Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Cloud and Data with Kaushik. So today we are going to discuss that how can we integrate the custom EBS. EBS means elastic block storage, right? For the Ubuntu system. So in the previous session we already discussed how we can create that Ubuntu system in that Ubuntu operating system in our AWS EC2 instance. So in this demo, we are going to discuss how we can configure EBS, Elastic Block Storage, for that Ubuntu system. So please confirm that I am audible to all of you. So without any delay, let's get started, right? So you can see I am already that EC2 console. If you are not familiar how we can go in that EC2 landing page, so you have to go to logged in. So you just go over here, just in that Google Chrome, and you can write Amazon Management Console, and you will get this link, Manage AWS Resources, AWS Management Console. Just click over here. And from there you have that my account. Here you can see AWS Management Console. You just click your AWS Management Console. So as of now I am logged in already, right? So it will automatically redirected to that AWS EC2 AWS landing page, the dashboard page, right? Now you can see you have also get this kind of page at your side, and you have to click on the EC2, or you can also search the EC2 service over here. You can say you can also search the EC2, and then you will probably get this page. And I already configured Ubuntu in my system, so you can see it is running. So by default, you can see that Ubuntu has already that EBS block system, right? That by default EBS volume. Just click over here. You can click over here. Yes, now you can that I am selected that our operating that Ubuntu system, and you can get probably this kind of tabs, right? Details, status and alarms, monitoring, security, networking, storage. Just click on the storage tab. You can see, click on the storage tab and just scroll down over here, and you can see by default there are 8 GB volume is attached in that Ubuntu system, right? So whenever you configure, so you remember that there is one column where you have to add your storage. Means that the 8 GB was predefined added over there, right? So it is the by default this volume is added in that Ubuntu system. Now, if my question is that if I want to configure as many as volumes, if I want to configure other volumes, if I want to configure that extra volume over there, then how can I do that? Okay. And you can see it is root device type, right? You can see device name DBA, SDA, and just scroll down, and you can see this is your fast accessible memory, and attachment status is showing attached. And this is the limited storage capacity like EBS, right? If you want to attach extra volume, then how can we do that? But whenever you can attach, just see that your check the availability zone. So your availability zone is AZ, your AJ is US West 2B, right? So please remember this concept whenever you are going to create your extra volume, the other volume. So please ensure that is also kept in the same availability zone. Okay. Then only it will be attached over here. Okay. So, so how can we create that EBS volume? So you can see elastic block storage. So in that elastic block storage, you might get this kind of drop down link at your site also. So you can see elastic block store and you have this volume. Just click on the volumes, and now you will get this kind of page, and you can see this is by default some volumes are added earlier. So and also you will get one button that is create volume. You have probably seen this tab, right? This button. You have to click this button also, create volume, from where you can create your own custom volume. So please remember, from where I am getting my volumes, I am getting my volumes from that elastic block store, not from the instances, and then it can be attached over there. But by default, wherever you are going to create your own Ubuntu operating system, that time it was attached. This is the word root device, root volume 8 GB, right? And one more thing you have to remember, you have to check the ASA, that is called availability zone, and you have to please ensure in which ASA your operating system is there, Ubuntu is there. Let's say US West 2, US East 2. So please make sure that one, and you have to add your volumes also with the same AJ, right? So in order to create our own volume, you have to go in the elastic block store and volumes, and then you have to click on create volume. Okay, please remember, click on create volume. Just click the create volume, and you probably get this kind of settings, this kind of page, right? So you have the create volume, you also get the information, you will get the information. If you click on there, so you'll get the information. You can see you can create an Amazon EBS volume and then attach it to your any EC2 instance in the same AZ that I told, right? You can create your own EBS and you have to attach it any EC2 instance in the same availability zone. So please make sure this line, your EC2 instance and your volume should be in the same AZ or availability zone. After you attach the volume to an instance, you can use it as you would use a physical hard drive. So same thing, same concept that I have to implement over here. So please concentrate. First step is that we have to create our own volume, right? So you can see the volume type is there. So I will change that volume type. If you want, you can see there is different volume size is also there. So I will take general purpose XSD GPT2, GP2, okay? And you can see that, and I take the 10 GB, not the 100 GB, the only 10 GB volume I am going to take, okay? And you have to make sure that your availability zone, okay, is it. So I've taken the 10 GB, you can see minimum 1 GB and maximum you can take up to 16384 GIB. The value must be an integer, okay? So into this is the minimum value of 1 GB and maximum value is 16384 GB. So in between you can take your volume size, so it not be an issue. So and IOPS you can see 100 out of 3000. So baseline of 3 IOPS per GIB with a minimum 100 IOPS. So you can take your, you can click on the info and you can see that IOPS, the request number of input output operations per second that the volume can support, and by default you can see 100 is there. It is applicable to provision IOPS SSD1 and the general purpose SSD2, right? So now I have to add my available AZ availability zone. So you can go over there, you can add your AZ, means you have to check in which AZ your EC2 instance is there, and in your available zone you have to add this, right? So just go and click on the instances over there, and we have to recheck this part. We have to recheck this, and then we will may attach this thing as you may discuss, right? Just click over there, and you have to see that your AJ is US West 2B, right? So you have to change this to US West 2B. Okay, this is your AJ, and I am not going to add anything over there. And now what? I'm not. I and you can see your AZ8 US West 2B, and in the same place I am going to add my volumes that we already discussed. Now create volume. Click on create volume, and you can see your volume is creating, and you can see only this volume that is available, other is in use, right? So it is available. I'm now next task is that I have to use it. So please add the label as per your choice. So right, I am going to add the label so I can identify easily, and also sorry, I am going to add over there. So my extra volume, or you can say the custom volume, that is 10 GB. So add custom extra volume. Okay, save it, and this is your custom volume that we are going to add, and this is the 10 GB, and you can see it is in the volume state. Please remember it's available, and the availability zone is US 2B. So this has to be remembered from your side. So although it has been taken default AZ, but also you have to choose this one, because in the drop down you can see there are many options are there, right? So make sure it should be in the same place, same AZ, right? So you just click on, and you can select the custom extra volumes, and you have the details, like you have the details of volume ID. You can see this is one ID they had been given, and size is by 10 GB, and the volume status is okay, means there is no problem that I'm going to attach it, and type GP2, okay? And okay, and let's go to add. So click on actions. So click on actions. You have that option attach volume, right? Don't add the modify, go to attach. You have to see in under the actions, you have the option attach volume. Just click that attach volume, and you have this kind of screen, that attach volume, and you have that basic details. So attach a volume to an instance to use it, and you have that regular physical hard disk drive. So I hope you also get this kind of screen. And instances, now just select your instances, and you can see there is many instances, but their state also be given the stop, that all the and only one instance is running. So it might be all different instances that will be showing in the drop down, but you have to identify your instance with you can attach to your volume. So this is my instance that I'm going to attach it with my this extra volume. Just click this instance, so you can probably get this instance and device name is there, right? So you can see that dev SDF and you have this link. This is the device name, okay? So you have any kind of questions, so you can ask me. Otherwise, I'm going to attach that volume. Okay, so two or three things we have to remember. AZ would be in the same place where my machines is there, where my Ubuntu systems are there. So you have that kind of understanding when you are going to create your volumes, right? And you have to select your proper instance from where you have to attach that volume. And this is your device name and dev HDF, right? Now I'm going to attach the volume. Just click in the attach volume. Now you just return the same page in that volumes. Just select this thing, and this is your custom volume. Now you can see that volume state message is showing in use. That means I'm going to use these things. It already been added over there, right? So 10 GB I am going to add in that instance. Let's go to the EC2 instance. So click on the instances and just filter the running instance from here. So instance ID, you can write instance state or instance state, and that instance state is going to be running. Just select instance state, and that is equal to running. You can see instance state values running. Just click, and only one instance in that region is running. Now let's check our volume is added or not. Let's go to the storage. Click on storage and just scroll down, and you can see earlier it was showing 8 GB, right? Now we have to successfully attach this 10 GB volume in that instance, right? You can see 10 GB is also attached. So here we are not going to means only if you adding this thing. This is the not the only task, right? You have to configure through that some kind of command, some kind of script is there that we have to configure properly. This is attached, but how I am going to use it? Okay, this is attached. Now our task is we have to make proper format. We have to make proper format, and then we are going to use that. So it is not that I am going to add in that volume, okay, and then it is going to use, but we have to make it proper use. We have to make it proper format. Now I am going to connect that EC2 instance, and then let's see how we can make it proper format. So this is your instance. Let's click on the connect, and now in this demo I'm going to connect from the browser, and I already discussed how we can connect from our own your local system, that via putty, via different use cases that I'm going to already discuss in the previous demo and previous video, right? So you can connect, you can just follow these sessions. So for this demo, I'm going to use that one. Or let's see if I'm going to use that local system or not. So this is my SSH client. So click over there, and I probably go to that place. We have this place. Right. Yeah, so this is my folder. This is my AWS. Here I have that key pair, right? Now just click on that git bash. So click the git bash. Okay. And you have to connect that instance. You can see that git bash is there and it will be just a minute. I hope some kind of problems is there. Okay, I'm going to open now. We can see it is there. But let's take some more minutes. So it will be coming with the prompt. You can see currently there is no prompt is coming where I am going to write my own code, right? So to wait for that. So I hope there are some kind of problems in that connecting with that gateway. So I'm going to connect to the browser itself, right? But it's not recommended. I already told that it's not recommended, but for the demo purpose, I'm going to use, but it's not recommended. So recommended is that you have to connect via putty or connect via this SSH client. So I had some kind of issues currently I'm facing in that gateway. So that is the reason I'm going to use that one. Just click and you can see this is the browser-based authentication, right? And you have to wait for that one, and that is creating your establishing your connections. And you can see this is your public IPs and the private IP is already been given. And you have to wait for some few minutes, and now our system is connected. Okay. Now I hope you can also get this kind of screen, and I have to just increase the font size. Now you have to update the system. First, update the system, right? Update that Ubuntu system for use case of general, right? You have some kind of patch, you have to require some kind of patch updates. You can require some kind of software installations updates. So it's recommended that whenever you are going to create your own first instance, right? If you have configured that one, I already means you have to uh, take one update. So it is up to date at all the scenarios, right? So write sudo apt get update, and you can see it's taking some updation, right? And you can see our updation is done. So this is the first step that you have to do when you are go and inside your instance, right? So now I just make the screen clear. The next command is that lsblk. So this command is used to show that availability and that your storage area, right? Means you have that 10 GB extra space, right? And how it can be showing. Just click on the enter, and and un, and you can see under the name section I have that particular root volume, right? And this is 0 days, but size is showing 10 GB. So you can see it is particular EBS volume that can attach, and that is 10 GB, but that there is no mounted, right? 0 disk. And this volume is unformatted. Now we have to format it. This volume is unformatted, and now we have to format it, right? So you can notice that size is showing 10 GB, and but type is 0 disk, but it has not going to be added, formatted, right? Now I'm going to format it. So EXBDA, this is your root volume, right? 8 GB. XBDA, your root volume, that is your 8 GB. And how to check this format? You can write file s minus dev, and you have to write dev, and you have to add XVDA. Okay, and just add sudo, otherwise it will showing that permission error, read permission error, right? So make sure you have to provide the sudo command, or otherwise you have to make your sudo user to provide that admin privilege. Then you no need to add the sudo command. But here, if you're not going to add your sudo command, add your sudo su, and then it will be changed to the normal prompt, to the has your interactive mode or the admin mode. But I'm not going to add these things, so I'm just adding sudo file minus s and dev xvda, right? Just click on enter, and you can see these boots. It is showing that dev xvda dos boot sector, right? Extended partition table last, and it signifies that my particular EBS volume, you can get it, right? In particular format and manner, it is doing, it is showing but for my dev xbda, this volume 10 GB is attached. Now I have to see that xbda also. I'm going to be interested to see xbdf. So just write sudo, and you have to write file. It will provide the information of that file and the volume devices, whatever you have get that data, right? So you just write dev and xvdf. So in this name xvdf, your 10 GB is you have to attach, right, in that volume, but not partitioned. Now not formatted, sorry, not partitioned, not formatted, right? Now I have to add that format, and you can see it's boots, it is showing that all the information, that extended partition table and DOS, DMB, MBR boot sector. But now I'm going to see whatever inside that XBDA. So something we can expect, right? Because 10 GB volume they are given, but I'm not going to use that 10 GB volume until and unless I'm going to format it, right? So you can see dev XBDF, just click on enter, and you can see something kind of data, right? So is there something inside that volume, right? Data. You can see our system is telling that is there particular volume 10 GB, and uh, I don't know, but machine told me that I don't know in what format that data is there, but something is there inside that. Okay, I don't know what is the format. So that is the reason I'm going to format. Now I have to going to write sudo in AFS minus T ext4 /dev and xbdev, and it makes particular format option. We are going to create and we are going to format it, right? And now I'm going to click on enter. Now you can see that creating file system with 2621400 key blocks, and you can see the file system UID, super blocks backup stored, allocating group tables done, writing in node table. So this is the internal settings, and you can see the file system, right? So this is the command sudo mkfs -t ext4/dev/xbdf, right? And you can see it will creating your journals. You can writing your super blocks and file system accounting information. So these all the necessary information they have added over there, right? So now I have that data, I have to use it, and all the formatting they have done. So if I have to go back and use the same command earlier, right? So there it was showing data, right? You can see sudo file -f/dev xbdf, and it will show only the data. Now I'm requesting that you are going to hit this command again. Just click on enter, and now you can see instead of data they have given this information, right? That df xbdf linux rev 1.0, and now you can get that id also, volume id, right? Now you can see this UID is there, right? So go to the instance over there, go to your instances over there, and just scroll down, and your also check the volume, and you just click on volumes, and I probably expect custom extra volume, and that is the details. EUID something I saw over there, right? 240. Now we have to wait. Oops. You have to wait, because you can see that I'm just going to request that instances, so it will be showing. Just click on that volume, that Ubuntu system, and go to your storage area. Just scroll down. This is the volume ID, and this is that UID they have given for 240 something they have. Okay, so you have to attach this volume, and let's see. Just go to the instances, that go to your dashboard or go to your EC2 console, this command prompt, and now you can get this data. So now you can see these things are properly formatted in our system, right? The next step is that we have to create that directory and we have to mount it, right? So just write sudo mkdir. Now you have to create one directory. Simple, that you have to create your directory in the Linux system. You have to create your directory. over any of the instances. So make dir, it create your own directory. Any name you can add, that up to you. You can provide any name, like I'm going to use that EBS volume, and it will create one directory over there. Just click, and just one volume is there. Now you can write ls comment, and you can see EBS volume is available. So once the EBS volume is available, now I'm going to start mounting, because I just create that folder, right? I'm going to mount it. So write sudo mount. So write dev xvdf and write directory dev EBS volume, and just click on, and now you have this, see that sudo mount, and this drive means this directory is mounted over this volume, right? Now again I'm going to add lsblk. Okay, just hit enter. I'm going to see one thing, and now you can see 10 GB. It is mounting in that folder, right? And home Ubuntu EBS volume. So now in that, as usual, you can add your data, you can add your txt file, PDF. So now it will be attached over there, right? And in the lsblk, if you go there, na, so you don't see these things, right? So you can see only xbdf 10 GB was showing, 0 disk. But just scroll down, and now it is showing that mount point. Earlier, no mount point was showing in that 10 GB, right? Now you can see the mount point. You have to see that mount point is there. So home Ubuntu EBS volumes, and you can create, you can attach, you can mount it. Now, and now I'm going to write df minus h. This is another command to see how much things are available over there. You can just press enter, and it has been specified that 9.3 GB out of 10, that has been 1% they have allocated, and particular XBDF, right? And just, and you can see df minus h, so it will originally showing how much volume that has been attached, how much this has been used, right? You can write other comment. You can write resize 2fs, and now you have to write dev slash xvdf. Okay, and now click to open. One permissions is denied, and now because showing, I have to forget to write sudo over there. Just click it enter. Now you can see the file system is already long blocks long, nothing to do, right? So you can see I in that particular scenario where my EBS volume I am attached, but I am not going to format it. So in this way you can format. You have to use that, and you can connect. Now if you see that these comments are, you have to add your you have mount your volume, right? And if you have attached your volume earlier, but it's not formatted and mounted. So in this demo, I'm showing that all the possible use cases, possible scenario that how we have to add this one. If you have already any volume you have attached, so by default it should not be formatted. So we have to format this one for my better use case, for the other use cases. So in this any kind of scenarios you have faced, so might be I have covered all the things. And now one more thing before closing that, if you have to unmount this, right? What is the command to unmount? So just write sudo unmount and not unmount, just write umount. And that is my dev xv tf. Now click on hit enter and it has been unmounted, not attached. You can write lsplk this command. Now you can see, and you can see 10 GB and no mount point. So earlier mount point was showing, right? So this is the command sudo unmount, and you have to unmount that. And I hope you can understand all the comments going to use, and I have to describe these all the things. And you just write history and you will get all the comments. So don't worry, I will attach all the comments whatever I'm going to use it particular demo. So I will be available. I will provide in that description box. So you must appear and you must get and collect it. And that's all from my side. And thank you for joining the session. Thank you for being with us. And if you have any queries, any doubts, so please let me know in the comment section. So I'll definitely address your concern. And please, it's my request that please subscribe my channel, share it, like it, and please subscribe it. And you can see, you can show that this type of live scenarios that I have to cover each and everything in the AWS, that I'm trying to cover all the concept, all the scenarios, and I've created this AWS playlist. So you can get all the things at one place. You no need to go anywhere. And as much as possible, I can help you out. So thank you for joining the session, and please subscribe my channel. It really boosts up my energy and it really provide me the confidence. So please help me to grow and please subscribe my channel. Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you for being with us. Thank you.